the radiation ni isotopes ni hwan nucleus ni hwan no some abesin ko mo amanye chemistry no me suma mo sanse niam ni bi o a kamusia nka be boy na papa den so no da chi menya bre nam de achichem why yes I browse say the amanyofo no bre won ampanifo atena say ene nkomo ba nie bedie na no memene dafo ni behwe multi tv Joy News Channel, a brand news file koso. Mwana muti radio Joy FM and muti or majonline.com. Ni na no fa ora Canada or hine Japan and somewhere odi tuja na nam suma ora sene MP mrasebe ni tumesi apia na ono so de ne betum ya ebinu yesi birimu ye wi smoker. He say no dia akoye hwan na e wi smoker kese pa. Pani no ye hwan na ye say ye koye na black test na ye koye say ampaso wonye wi smoker na ensempi na ne ebisa say sa atenidie ya examinity na say call form politics of insult na eba ne say na san yi ni hu adie na ebi hwe sa ensemi mu sa so na kwankyerefo pani na say moderator that Presbyterian Church of Ghana or the atuja say the Ghana no de ya to amana donko mu ye memko no wodwen ho a wonte ase say adan na Ghana Kwame Nkrumah Ghana pa sika call my pa na nei wo man titi apansam sa no ana na ba sen no so fupani di sansemi atudwa woni ne ya adwen na ne nya adwen di enti na ne nya adwen ye bedwen sansemi so so an Alliance for Accountable Governance afa for the entities for them say mu ye nkrofo mu ni vision mu ni da so kra mu a mu na nsem mu ka say subsidies ni ade aban ye free sunti adwumayfo ho kire o ma fe ye kote aban so wate so 20% Muslim demonstration mo jai muni ni da so pra ni da so ne ni so de hunu de muni bi na de enti na afak for be kan some ya say e da che tuesday for winning some a ya dwendwen o text messages 1760 facebook.com/multi-tv-world and on the pempeni for any more twhwen komo e wa fidie so ni ote ensani fa so no ho a ora amankwa asia madodo na afre no MP guarantee ze no cry e de din no fanti akwa mrase bedwane no obani Afisha Pabio.
Thank you, Papa.
Biabogodi.
Adom. Mutia de neo.
Yede yamiasi.
Eboto na enye nenso nyame ohoyi no se da me bia. Ye no nsu atwen pebre.
Na den na chese boto be ye da ache.
Oh, ene de se bibia da hope fe se da ache be yi.
Ura Peter Boa otukuno communication team member adema abanya also say NDC communication team member. Peter Afisha Pabio.
Kaba, I think Kobe.
But all the over to me,
Kaba, say Ghana for Bibri, ya single spine, ya beya, or Mupia Kosuri, honorable cra, cano, the Pia Kosuru Parliament, the Pia Kosuru ye pan, the back pay, the back. The back allowance honorable the back pay our general and ya de ketwa otimi de kukuru mansion is your
da ben na back pay by
into the obotomu ye
the honorable betra aka say the botomu ye nkoye man na atiefo ne omo mo hwe ye omo hwe ye na omo hwe say omo ye
mama kasa ye koyi time we into ya ka
mobile from yentu amaka na de mo bisa madam speaker
minim
yentu amaka
yentu kada allowance ye maya 3 years na atwamu what did that say
3 years yentu amo
what did that say at 27 71 for no omu rate aba am I
anti yentu amaka
term ana ye de namu
I hope to say you am kai Canada no. Akatiada da.
Kaba.
What is it?
Me honorable. What is honorable? The we are otimi
mpacho me bo. Say what is it ebia? Yes ha ye back pay badia. Eni enye meduru.
Honorable.
Na
mo anu mu bia mo ne mo ho no mo na mo aka ze mi ze back pay.
Special ne de mo
crowd mo dia for campaign na ze.
Oh, mo
dia asimansion. Honorable dia no ye nwanwa o. Ono pe na the first person o ono dia nkoye ma no boto mu. Na
maybe sir. Na anti answer na edwin ho. Owura kire Japan na chimu awie na no me da. News file so multi TV ha. Somewhere by politics of insults one some dey do nkomo na. Ye me de obekọ enche bia na me de wakọ NEC na no me da. Na mum no ye nkoti owura twumasi apia sene mrahye bedwani nsemo a wodi tu dwa ma sansem nyina akọ ba ye nkotie
I'm told now that we have the Honorable Chimesi appear on the line. He says some references was made to him in Honorable Kennedy Japan's presentation. So he's joined us on the line. Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us. So what exactly are your reservations, if we can hear them?
Our reservations are that the Honorable Kennedy Japan has indeed lost his credibility. And if I were him, I would stop speaking on air. And I personally told him in person that if I were him, I would just shut up. There's a man who goes raising an allegation over even your CEO, like a drug dealer, and he recoiled into his chair like a snail and came begging. And at the time he was speaking on that issue, he said he has evidence.
Sorry.
And yet he went begging. I'm coming. That's what I if you allow me to speak. He went begging. And he came to beg and you will forgive him.
Oh.
Sorry, what are you referring to specifically?
A member of parliament. You've been voted for to exercise oversight responsibility over the executive or government agencies and institutions. If you have such an issue, bring it to the floor. He is comfortable saying these things on radio because he knows that, well, whatever he says, he can get over the free without anybody challenging him. Come to the house, raise the issue, let's challenge you. And then you give evidence, you prove it. You don't go around on radio station when you've been voted for to do your job. His main core duty as a member of parliament, he has to be negated to the background and go around telling a lot of untruth and lies. The issue about GBC. The author the general account, the AG's author general this thing came to us long time ago. And we approved the budget somewhere in November, December to GBC. You're a member of the Select Committee on Communications. These issues are reflected in the IGF. Did you raise that issue? He didn't. He didn't even attend to the meeting.
Enti ena ma owura kere Japan bufu ye say afre so ye radio MP. San say ensem a ese oba no ba mrahye bedwam no beka na ye twe no ye misa ne say asema okay no kra na enye no kra no sorry a no ne nam radio su no okeka no okeka saa na eno ene kopusu nunum e ma yete ne kankan. Ye nti owura kere Japan answer ode ma owura.
Mr. Japan, just respond quickly and then let's move on.
Yeah.
I think his overall point is that as a member of parliament, if you have issues with how the executive is managing the purse, you have a responsibility to put your issues before parliament. Raise urgent questions for ministers to come and answer. He thinks you're going from station to station making allegations that you cannot substantiate. And that's easy to do because on the floor of parliament, when you bring those things up, you'll be asked, questions.
You know what? I take exception to what he said, that I don't even attend meetings. As a chairman as he is, even the budget time, how many times did he come with a clean face? You go and smoke your weed.
Please, no.
Please.
No,
What
I'm
do you
sorry.
mean?
No,
the
I'm
guy
sorry.
is insulting me.
No, I'm sorry. He just
He's
said,
a weed smoker.
Okay, no.
He goes
I'm sorry.
out there.
We have to put
he
the microphone
doesn't do anything.
No,
please.
No.
I'm not scared of that idiot.
No. Please,
about? No. I don't take
I'm
that.
sorry. We have to say goodbye to you.
Well,
I told you from
then
the
I can
beginning.
leave.
I told you
then
from
I can
the beginning.
leave. I don't have time.
I need you. Here's what you need to do.
No, please. I walk
listen,
out.
No, listen.
I don't have time.
Listen. I need you
You can't intimidate me because I also have a TV station.
Before we started.
Yes, but the guy is
we'll take a break.
I'm not intelligent. I don't come to meetings.
Take a break.
That weed smoker, he doesn't even attend meetings. Please.
Well, that was on Saturday. And some are you say, "Sa politics of insult, no." So I'm pass a bijayana. Peter, Mamisha say from few so na ohwe near course na no me there. It was saying.
Kaba ni di kan ma menchia omo amanya homre ene ye be share ideas anope na politics of insult o say da ben na ebejai. So far as we have politicians like Kennedy Japan ewo omemu hanmo politics of
I don't know single or no.
Oh yeah, I am making that point very, very forcefully. Politics of insult intimi enjai ewo memu ha. Kennedy Japan ye a very celebrated politician na ono de atem didi bunya kase politicians ben ne bo didi atem awon fa ebu emobi ye noise we nyina enya no kre no. It is important to establish some facts. I get very worried when I hear MPP4 be defending Kennedy Japan in all the things that he does. We recall here time ebe toga now ni Kennedy or you Alhaji Baturi any problem and Alhaji Baturi so you nuboni nasifo. Our case mo amo boss kwesi chum.
But you go fast as go
bia kaba.
Asemo ye kan twemo a
adenti na mamenka. Adentia. O ka asemo amo boss ye nuboni. Won entro ne ba ko no oba be pa achew. Say oh no nim ne okay sorry and all those. And that is what Kennedy Japan has been doing. You recall say you call your Congress wo sunyane. Or see my friend is my cousin or your cocaine dealer and asefo. Meanwhile I never said that. Offer be the dim atama get threaten me and nyama nyina wie you show no and offer me mo adaka brefo so pa macho. Say me bank cry me obecho gama. Can you imagine? This is how Kennedy behaves. When he's on there, he doesn't care about anything or kasa biara. You understand? But when him last point the question I would want to throw. I hope that Honorable Amankwesi Ama Emba be defending.
Oh, you na be determine asemo obeka.
No, Deputy, nature no, try say obe preventing me from criticizing the bad habit, the bad behavior of Kennedy Japan. And I will be surprised. Because Honorable always on consistent basis.
Ohwe ne course ya me nyini se wani beje won wo nkasa ya pie benifo ano wo TV ni radio so no
ampa mefa kwanya isi na mechia omo hwe ne omo tie nyina ni titru ne fante akwafo kaba asem no ni se eya na bribia no mpanimfo bu bebi se bibi ankoka papa enye grade so that's yenua tumasi honorable ye frɛ no so baby a ono nso ede kofa ye na ase o denigrade kan wo ho no no eno nso eno ho eno no wo de ya frɛ ofi ono ti studio so that say enti ensem say one hwe yi na o react a na mpacho me ba mpacho I would want to
listeners to get
you have finished I'm speaking to it.
So what did you say wrong?
Okay. Enti no bibisa no wan hwe ya na o abese wade ana de nsem bebriye de na eba na kan so onipa bi a ono no sabio he has the haspa obroni say haspa no he says it as it is onya ade a ono obunu kavu bia eni bibia ono de no ana de asem enya ono nkwanso ye wo we otukono isa na ote
no, I can never be like,
Christian
I can never be as arrogant as Kennedy Japan.
When you
no, I can't. I will never be.
No, I will never be. Oh, intermediate ni America ni say politics na ye no. Mo improvoke enkrofo. Oh, who provoke obi a bia o za mabeka wa hada say oh ye me papa. O da say ebi mayo bibi na makoka bibi na oye me papa ebi kura won nwini hu so that say o wadwene ho na o de ye me papa because wa bo otrimu pese o be ye me papa ba me a wa ye me papa no me a me ye o papa no me instant o ti ase enti ma we ye nsem bi a mekeka no ebi kura na ebi wo ha na enim ebi won so na akobro so ebi won so na nka nwose meka o nti enipa de ya nipa hihye nipa provoke nipa to a certain level aya na no nso enye politics ya ye obia tinifie obia ngunu fufuo ni fie enkoje nkwan obi efie mfangu so that say ni aye ya ni se Ghana titru ena ye nyina ya hwehwe se ye betumi ama Ghana akonanim na sabio ye nso ye beja Ghana achen se ne ye beto no ewo mpuntum na se ye de nkasa ntwitwi ni oye enum ne nsa ne manema ne bamu Ghana en hye de nkoduru baabia so enti yesre Mr. Chumasi honorable Chumasi yesre bi wo honoma eya mo nso mo kan na mato mo ase kakra munum se onipa obia ne temperament What you say? Obi ane ne temporary. Na bi meba. And that's all me no na.
But you said I should mention Canada.
So you must can be asana Ken.
Meba nti na make say nti ona butu yesrem. Aya monto mo. Ana honorable Ken nso. Yesrem nso eya ato bo ahwe ya na obi amoa koye nipa bone. Esan say ebia ne ya katre wo nti. So ebia happen wa ha bibiri ama yehu. Na se meba ensem a minua otuko no ekeka ye bi so a de meka ne se eye sika yi a kan afa ato no ho se obeda na di wo sa adwini mu a ekokoso ewo Ghana nyina South Africa ono afa ato no ho so na ewo auditors report no ono na ebie so ba public na obi ate na se ade kase sei dwinimu kase sei eda di na se one tobo na oka ho asem na wantie ni ya wobeka se ebia ni oka no enya no kre enso onifre ni se obeto boabowa enyi na chinye ebia no ogina boso ni aka ekika ndu baza nka onka nche se castle na sumasidi ni edeko we asumasidi no odeko eduru na obehu manya o de se wakase castle na wabetena se wo ye bank ntino wobeka se
but at least wa card ya ba ko se GBC ska o rack in Japan kan ono akasa na simu pampan ko GBC ko
wa branch say otuminya 180 million
o say ya de suma no
o kan wanka no ono ani sika anu nya onyinye nya o ti o meba enti no ni akeka no say 5 million 50 billion old Ghana cedis eko ho ebi 2.5 eno nso ko aha sa 30 million eno nso ko omo dansie nu wenum nyina ye ne ma kan ewo ho krata a wakeka wenum nyina cheze odi be ye adwuma odi ye adwuma otuko no ze opekra ebi a metumi amount carbon copy bi a wa nso be hu se eni akan kan nye se bi agro bi na odi
do all krata cheze
asoma na o kan ya krata meba o pese o meji bi ama
ntu be carbon copy ama
so pa meji bi wono ama
so we communicator ya kan o be so kan ho asem kan o beji carbon copy wono abo asana wa kan
o ba en sama kan de na o je carbon copy de ebeka
o de bi na wasema wa kan o be so we
intikaba mama no asem na ye kan se ye de se sikati di we se ye hwese de Ghana ti ye de se sikati di we ye hu Ghana form obo ni ye de sikati di boy bi ko aye Accra Academy mobo pa
why
ne heart problem na all pesika sika na all pen kra no enuru 50,000 Ghana cedis onye sika mfanko owu hwe student owo need ye se sika ti di say e de communi pa ba ko na se kan ho asem a mon kama no ntuma ma mon me find the solution to ni abai na anyi sika magana na mum pese se kan no na wo so no musesi aka se wakase enya proper enti yesre kaba ni akan kan de o kan ya che oti ase nka mi se uzo otumi frɛ wo wɔ no number anka ofrɛ no kan e bia ma me nkrata e bi na me nsumi hwɛ mu eye enti mi srɛ mo ani aye kan Ghana yi eyomu se de ye mpese o ye parliamentarian
asoma me bisanse enti se penifo a ye hwɛ musua mo na mudi anim no sa atemdi die se ahwɛ so de be na ye de mankwada
ni me kan se ni honorable Juensi apia kan unfortunate ana nia kredi Japan so kan o no so unfortunate omumienu ni nyina no me ka se me pacho
also a radio MP
me pa
no kasa na so
on ma parliament obede na obeka so bi nko parliament enye proper intimisre emrant
na receipt to me camera intimi mpeke
emrant
me nya dia
bat de ni na ayi
enya dia me camera bitimi apeke
wa kai so mu na odi aba
emrant ne mabawa ai wo Ghana yesrem ni aye kan ni aye no mo fa ni enye no mo fa nye musuman na ye de as parliamentarians ne de ni aye kan se ni aye be ya ebebo Ghana sika ho ban ama Ghana because bibia nche se Ghana ye dinya bibia nche se e wo se obi ya Ghana ni a oda abonte ba bi o mampani kufuo e de Ghana ko duru ye a ban ba obeto aso no na indication bi ni wo se anka 3 years ni anka wo se obi da abonte enti ye se obi a
receipt akoti 040511. That's the 4th of April 2011. Game received from Game 18,000 Ghana cedis. Live coverage of JEA Mills picking of nomination forms. Okay. We a GBC receipt and we see the VAT and also 15,000.
Into game no mu scan from account.
It is 15,000 we na 18,000 yes sir.
There be a match chim. Se VAT no be breaking it down. The total near 18,000 and was your.
Na game no mu
but we na ade aka me camera timi pick aka be me na so you heard text message saba na yemfa to adwumedi so sekaba the copper bullet has fired the elephant back into the bush. Randy in a defeat tamale they buy other text message or say GTV channel mpacho yate so ask me ya kan wasmaka yes someone risk beba kabata otukuno I have not received my salary for almost 2 years. Tell him to give me 100 of his share of the women's booty. Imagine takwa kaba Ghana team were good but we need a local coach who won the World Cup in Egypt. Again we can pay more tax to Prince Tego. Okay, maintain what can I say? I can buy. Other text messages, you buy back in kind. Ya ban so dos, you back in kind yaka. Ya to aso na opening patch of daily guide mama na. Me ye adie kakra ho. Oh yeah, we. So o kan dey no so aka na dey. Eti reaction bi enu obi. Ye nim repi. Okay. Ye nim repi o ha. Ofa daily guide page 10. Page 10 say Ghana is sinking. Now, you're for near the home, but your camera bit me pull Jamamia. Ghana is sinking. Now, we're for near the home. Quantra for penny or that Presbyterian Church of Ghana, no. A year also for okay. You're changing about Ghana is sinking. Now, 79 say moderator, very reverend, and that's a right reverend Professor Emmanuel Mati, and Akokasa Ukumasi. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Now, Maminkai first 2 paragraphs in the mouth. Was it the moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Right Reverend Professor Emmanuel Mati, says the country is fast sinking into poverty and gradually losing its impressive past glory. Reverend Mati said the citizenry were living in a state of hopelessness and called for God's intervention. He emphasized that apart from the country's economy, other phases of the society, including moral uprightness, has been affected. Though the moderator did not attribute the development to the Mills administration, he wondered why 1 Ghana cedis, which was equivalent to $1, had depreciated so fast. Stating that $1 was almost equivalent to 2 cedis concurrently, Reverend Momate wondered why the cedi depreciated by about 300% in 1999 and almost 50% under the current regime, headed by the renowned tax lawyer. He expressed utter shock at the fast depreciation of the cedi against the dollar. Quote, "I don't think that even in Nigeria, where corruption presumably is rampant, the dollar will be equivalent to 2 naira. The leader of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana noted at a church service in Kumasi, the Ashanti regional capital, on Sunday, delivering a sermon entitled "The Time is Fulfilled, So Repent and Believe," to mark the elevation of the tech branch of the church from a sub-district to a full district as a service held at the auditorium of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I'm for another quote to inform out. Or say, "I am challenging our parliamentarians to be wide awake and do the nation a favor by investigating judgment debts paid by the state to persons and individuals at least for the past 20 years, and more gargantuan crimes will be exposed." My last quotation from our say, "Your time of fulfillment is here. Repent and believe Jesus Christ has opened his arms ready to receive you and give you unblemished peace and everlasting love," the moderator told the congregation. Of any guarantee. But your sanity, no crest Ghana, yes, and came from our past glory.
Yo, Papa, that's any observation. I'm say, why actually, Prof. Unipebia, MPMP no on meye moderator kura na oyosofo a on tie empen ho asem enkasa na bibia nso obeka no na eyade a wohwe woye nhwehwemu ahu ne yie pepepe se eyade a eyade a pushi ono ne honkronkron mu anyina oka bom de aka asem a won ya wobetie no ebua won hempem bebre se yehwe ne aprof kan yi ya utumi hu pefe se Ghana se etete enti se first na nanka Ghana wo bo odin se wo free Ghana na nipa nyina ya den sorry se saade ne eni hobiem ohia kataban a ekum koto eto anwa so ene ne Ghana fo omo ye den omo tutu ne se ne nkwa na Ghana fo hu hia debi wedi ehu edutwam ehu ade chese se ohia no aba ma ehu minu ya hwe abrante pa unse meka se 180 million no ne kotu ya no na otwe no hu firi ho ono na kan nye so na twe no no oti debi no
na me ko yi bi sa so ono ani bo ba na wo tua sika ono ani bo sika kane no a anka sika we anka obetumi atua titibi no na emrante titi omu wo sika no ne ade eni ho sa enne abrante bia store egu enne abrante bia aye from hand to mouth enne abrante nye service enne service ko from ahwihwan enne the rich is still getting richer and the poor poorer enne gap no widen na widen enne Ghana ni bia ensu efrese yehia ojefo enne Ghana ni bia hu se leadership atofom enne Ghana ni bia hu se enima bebre pillars bebre a oman panin kufo social interventions bebre a obeye no se ni nyina agyagu enno na bo nipa kakra akola be ko school obetena bus mu free na ne papa sika hye ne botom akola ko school obedidi aduane no ama ne ho ato no na ne papa sika hye ne botom akola health insurance adwumayefo tua na okwa ebema unura unhie nyina ebema enuro tie ono do ni moderator ya adwen what me ba choma me ba na me nko ahomaso na me ne okasama for the Presbyterian Church of Ghana PCG owura Emmanuel Champon ye ne ni nkomo yem san se asemi no emuchem se opani ye mo ache mo akwa abade ba Badwam multi TV
ye nua na asomdwen so nka o
yo ye da se na no pe opani asamo a sofpani oda PCG ano dia kotu dwe no cheche mu kakra ekoba ne sen na afedi ese Ghana ye tiato amenamu yi
ye no kware ni se Presbyterian asori honhom mu adwuma ye no nko na ye na oman ni yedie any podcast the welfare and development of the citizenry is very important to us. Now share near cost to Britie be more ye clear say amount for assistance is even reflected in the church programs that people come for counseling, and you realize that aside the spiritual aspects, most of people's problems can be attributed to here and you hear bro I have manful. And we want to appeal to all people in leadership positions, not only with government in power, but opposition and people even in corporate Ghana. Say one more Diana won't make issues the corruption in Yama Bibria, Kosoema, amount for assistant Munkoye, Ebekoye.
Now, Opani, asoma okay, me na kakra say Nansaya na amount for back counseling or problems no cost raw master in yes sir.
There be was through there be but to be precise, a cost through Nansay Musin and very tremono.
But Nansay betimi am within which period, sir?
Oh, from last year up to now, you realize from both at the national and the local level and most of our parishes, you realize what I just want to say is that you realize aside psychological and spiritual problems and normal you dealing with as a church, you realize that most of the problems of our congregants can be attributed to abject poverty and frustration, which can be attributed to bad governance and leadership.
Hey. na obi ka se ene NDC na mo de sa asobo ebo mo a se mo ntimi nka se da bi o.
A big no. It depends on the way your understanding of governance. As a church, and the governance moves beyond those in government. We are referring to both in government, both in opposition, and even both in those in leadership positions. Our corporate Ghana and even some of the congregations are exploiting the people and are misusing the resources of the people. They are not advancing the cause of the poor. They are not addressing the problems of poverty, and they are not making sure that people are emancipated from their poor nature.
Nti anu nti na say the Ghana yes thinking on yes sir.
To a large extent.
Openi sir obi ka se president asoro mo de politics. Say if 1992 a ye be share democracy ase. Enen kwa no mahu se ohia e wo Ghana mu a. Enen kwa no mahu se amanfo ho kire omo. Enen kwa no mahu se asoro man wo psychological problems.
To answer you a big no and to erase the misconception, your definition of politics might differ from our definition of politics. But to cut a long story short, the Presidency of Ghana is a non-partisan institution. Don't forget that the church contributes greatly in the socio-economic development of this nation. We have schools, we have hospitals, we even have economic ventures, we pay tax. So we cannot sit down as a church aloof and make sure that things are not done properly. So the church on paper is not a political institution, but that is not to say that we are not to comment on political, social, and economic issues. On a yearly basis, to answer your question, we issue our communique at the end of our General Assembly, and we comment on political, social, economic issues, and then we again advance for social action programs. So we are not a political entity, but we are a major stakeholder in the governance process of the country. And as such, anything that will hinder development and progress, we speak out with our prophetic word. That is not to say that we are a political institution. We are not a political institution, but we have the right to comment on political issues that will not advance the cause of the people of this country.
Obania Champon, many obey no, sir, maybe so, sir, more consider the ramifications, just say, near my baby peer free Masamudia today, particularly from politicians and Yomobeka in response or reply to Asamamudia Bea. My prepared.
We have a well-oiled public relations department. Aside that, we are adhering to the prophetic word of Jesus Christ. We are not afraid of any individual. Our church is made up of both political divisions, people from the political institutions, NDC, MPP, CPP. But whatever we say, we are not to satisfy the whims and caprices of individual beings, but to go. So we are not afraid. We have been prepared since our establishment, and we continue to speak on issues that affect the development and growth of this country. We are not afraid of anybody. We are not afraid of any ramification. What we want to stand for is the truth. What we want to stand for is to make sure that what is expected of those in leadership who are our members, and we have taught them to do the right thing, they do it. We are never afraid of any political institution. The Presidency of Ghana has been in existence for about 183 years plus, and we have contributed significantly. So to answer you, we are speaking the prophetic word, and we are not afraid of any ramification. The truth is what we stand for. The development of this country is what we stand for. People in leadership positions must do the right thing to make sure that the level of poverty which is growing in Ghana and across Africa is reduced.
Ure Champon Anope Badwam Edawase or Multi TV. Emmanuel Sir Champon, a public relations officer at the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. We are not afraid of any political institution.
Yo,
enough time. Oh, enough time. Your time,
Niana Mekano, M say Enoana, Reverend, so Eddie Ababetusi.
But where so for where Omokasama.
Chese, dear, a woman say, Ghana, baby, a Dusian, say, Yenya Ojifua, Yenya Messiah be in a former, Ebehaye, Eddie Chese, tetea na ede etete enti na ye kata hwesidi no sesesi
na bye inflation ya ma so gina ma single digit mo time munya no 1 month pe for almost 3-4 years ni no abaya ma inflation at gina ho abisi nti mumu eno muhu ye
anse ano de yehu ye na onum se economy no ba bi ana operate no na box no musa say expansion ba box no won say ntumi contain city no won say the city is running now so sabepe na ye kanu no sabepe na tie as the economy grows say I see 13.3 yes
growth
GDP
rate.
growth yes enti na expect say economy na expand enti see the na artificial enti say ano eyade a
inflation rate na artificial
na make no enti say ano eyade a expand no see the no edimlika say wa hwe ene cement eyade construction okroma no ene onimi ne bo
dabi
1.80 1 cedi 80 pesos cement
o ba say 18 cedis.
That is the point.
It's not true.
See the oka.
It's not true.
Yeah, last week
absolutely
me pacha me ba so Toby last week near 2016
who go Toby
me say last week near 2016 say echo 18 enti no na
me pacha me 1 week I jump from 16 to 18
me say bisa say o de opa
me say ya profita
mo hwe no mo cement boy
yeah profita somebody will confirm it now moral decadence ene
nkwa
that business say oh kaba how you want that they want to Ghana
that be here say na kwa say
the definition of moral decadence
aban hu nkwa ne say in the last 3 years pena eniama atete apansam sa
control no sir
my definition of moral decadence
hwe say ne nkrofo hwe DC in office kra na yakopam no ene yesi ene aban to DC we no nam so ne atu no
kan fu soldiers nsam
that is the point
no na moral
na nyina nka ho hwe enipa tobut na yakopam ne de wafiri ene enkola hwe rape num ne niema a ekoso am robbery ene police fo kuma yeku police ni a onye ne hwe wakra ni nipa se ebia okwaba wenum nyina de kye se oman no ejija
okay
enti ye hia obi a obetumi ya de
ojefo ne wan
oh na ne se woni tua
otwede ampon yesu na
dabi ojefo ewo sa niema a ekoso a ese nyina de wodo nsa kye de a sese ni ato na bam pa na nakufu ado so mu te omo ye se omo no nyankopon na di omu besi so nyankopon so sa na oye na dwuma omu nyintum se nyankopon na etu omu
de se nyankopon de afa na sori so na o ka kire Ghana for say
and de one of the angles I feel back one they are major stakeholders in corporate Ghana as he said entini se si ana omu so omu obi ka
say na wie what is NDC for a deep Presbyterian Church of Ghana for atema e be o
papa na say we are prepared as Presbyterians we are prepared for anything. We are prepared for anything.
No,
there be say home no say yeah na wa ye enti ni awo beka no ene de say be ye no kra emfa no but the bare fact ne say Ghana for bread ebinum nya aduane ni ebinum da abontene ebinum ko hospital a wa ye insurance no enso okwa ye se onsan enkoto aduru ebinum ntumi ntua school fees cement ebo ye baby akwakodo
okay we and some waka now Peter President Church of Ghana for say amount for eba counseling wa masofo ho ni mpanifo ho no psychological trauma omukum na brabo aye din di ama wo mo wo say niema nkoyie poverty ene niema atete ama o maye atete apansam so o man kan sisi a enye obi an beka o man na beka and o man ready for any ramification but me enti.
First of all, me take strong exception to your comment. Say we are to send this for the day.
Oh, me say we are. Say if you say break on say oh yet say mo support President Church of Ghana for.
Enya yes talking trade. Say you be.
Enti na yes comment.
O ma dwen no ma kire no. Me say political space in the muso. So everybody can fit into the political space. Enti we will beat them with superior argument with in some of my reason no. Nobody will insult them. Be that as it may, men started in free baby. Honorable says cement here 180,000. You see, these are some of the things that MPP 4 year
our money changing market dynamics.
Me ba check Google see say how much does a bag of cement cost?
Kabatobo
Google so
Kabatobo me na Kaba here me ne woka say enu am koto cement into na make me dispute and then allow me to flow.
Who say no koto cement who turn the same
near honorable can throw fita cement. These are some of the things on we are changing the dynamics. Ubitia no or cement on you. Yes, and 182 no atosu 180. Oh, it is not true. Cement semi worker say even it is because of early fuel increment a year in December. It's 150,000. Once at December. Oh, honorable me share nyame aye madom kakra. May kakre bi a me single room bi a me yi what me twa type.
Who see that
single room bi a me twa type no more.
Haba our cheat or the
oh honorable me sell honorable why you doing this? Me suppose watch and draw and I mean drop profit and we channel. You understand? E 15 Ghana cedi enye 180,000. So you fair no to nchen. No me person me you ano na ye de no to nchen. Enye no na debate no. But when what I think say asofo bibiri ewo omamu ha eni nipakuo bibiri ewo omamu ha afi no omu nyina omedo omutu edi kakran omutu beda edi kakran
sese omutu beda edi sese
be bosumi atwa muni unse political science lecturer bi kwesi amache o se onu de onye politician obe unse ni to dedi
sese
ni to dedi se oyem pipini saa na imanifo yi frankly kujo nso enche bia ni to dedi
sese de
asofo no so o must start a line. You see what is happening is because Nipekobi are so desperate for political power.
President of Ghana.
And when you are so desperate, you become somehow reckless in your delivery. Because otherwise, you know, everybody will expect everybody will expect say in Nipekobi
President of Ghana.
I'm making a general statement. When you become desperate, you become a little bit reckless. Other than that, you know, other people who are expected to be a bit neutral, independent, opinionated, no. After desperation, MPP before starting or die, be die in the you see a draft of one so. And Kaba, I can assure you, saying this year, more is to come. And then, Yancho Memuhan, Reverend Santientry. So you presbyter the only leader
and now so
oh no so no so ye oh yeah and yen na eko hu say MPP ni mapokra party card yen timamua so you see we should appreciate I sat here you threw all the unfortunate tantrums and I kept quiet also mama say you any dey na me dey ma no mama me say na me so na me dey
but only me na kasa e dey na cheso ra asante
so mama ni dey na me so me dey
asante cho MPP
so asante onye council of elders ni back on reverend asante junim I mean, it's public knowledge. Our party card or a council of elder. Easy and also no a politician crime. Easy a crime by a veteran minister. So what they say. So there are a lot of reverend ministers in this country. Omono si omodom political. But I don't blame them.
President of MPP.
No, me can't say president. I don't know about council.
You
don't do that.
It was a question.
You don't commit some of this. You create the press some and press before you.
No, say. This is what be almost too bad daddy.
Yeah, so what individual MPP daddy.
Now when you
can PR you make say who share the case more say one case for now draw conclusion. You understand?
Masa maybe draw conclusion. So farming maybe the superior argument from the part of the NSA. Almost you, a man for back council, apart from spiritual, no more say a man for brainy moment. I almost say,
the benda, Enna, Obi, Ebe also for better transit, so you're canceling. No, be better. No physical problem.
What to say me besides
Peter, maybe Obinim. I sorry, Honorable. Na koche ni pegu a breakthrough financial breakthrough it is very unfortunate if you look at all the indicators in this country the way then this government is committed to development and the way I share offer education and for the economy, even the micro economy, as in individuals, a micro economy. Say or macro, near micro. Someone so look at the kind of improvement we brought in the lives of individuals, government workers, teacher trainees. Teacher trainees. No more 70 Ghana. This year teacher trainees 2.5. Teachers are more 1.5, 1.7. This year big 5.5, 5.6, 7 million.
Na dollar ne ya.
Honorable Oti here and nani pay fair so also no. You saw the noise they made in this country last year. See and two pay so 70 million in Asifo. You see they have government wage bill. Before the yaba abemu. Now government wage bill na mabe say 900 million. Yaba abemu free time I started single spine no. Na ekobe say 1.2. You see I mean no can say 4 billion. 4 billion. Enti Reverend Matemu ene omu PRO omu hu ye. Omu hu sa dem
I'm sorry for na catch.
You see, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Kaba, excuse me.
No. You can't. I will not give you any excuse. Can you imagine? So with all this
sorry man
you see, these are the things I hear.
Was a prophetic saying one thing.
These are the things I hear. Yeah. You see, end times, say yeah. Then it says go and read Revelation.
Saying,
go and read Revelation. How false prophets, false pastors who being cast up
localized
Peter.
Oh no,
no,
but the Bible but what I'm saying is the Bible Revelation said the way a software be a better socks. No media abegina so me asofo na indeed they have an agenda.
Peter.
Yeah, Mami can't show. Presbyterian, sorry. One of the churches are on my significant development, social development in the country.
Okay.
Look at the past 2 decades. And I said the last decade. Just a development, somebody buy earlier on, see Presec, and see several Presbyterian institutions, Sir Alacrity no Hana. The Alacrity is not there anymore because it has turned into business. Church, adani business. It is not even a social institution anymore.
President Church of Ghana.
I'm telling you.
No,
I'm not talking about
No, in the last decade.
You see, in the last decade. This is your deliberate mistake will not fly.
Last decade.
I am saying, sir.
Right in the last decade.
Catholic Church. The kind of development by early days from independence time, the way they were building schools around, all those things have slowed down.
No,
because right now, you know the dynamics is changing. And when you read the Bible, it tells you that so me as a Christian, I am not surprised.
That
you will not see. Yes. I'm not surprised they are saying these things. And Makacha will say, you can be assured, this year more is to come.
These are the signs of the end times.
Yes, but there are members who unfortunately are discerning. Discerning. I'm using the word unfortunately. Who are discerning usually see within some of distance. And those are the people light. So you see, some of these things can go on. You see how Honorable was excited. The MPP is so excited. And some of these operations are well calculated. But the
MPP before Nakache, President of
some of these operations are well calculated. But what I can assure you, they say, Ghana for almost sorry anopa. Womote in some I'm footproof a kumo, a quiet mono. When you press someone
bypass.
There be a moment a young chromo bypass. You see, this things are very
because of the vision of one man.
Honorable, what is
Honorable, you time me ask to man you say
honorable,
but rap up on your I mean, wrap up in your
so omo be kwai no mu hospital da asisi omo hu hospital na omo ntwen ma praise be for embegina on kase omo ya tete apansa wanso no mo ready na chiu omo a wo mo te bogoso ekwanya ye twa every bogoso akọ ayamfuri ene edan school dan scholarships ne niam ya de mo no wo mo ntra ho ma na Ekufu Ado ene honorable ni praise be for ne beka nto mo se enko yu Omu benefit under the master's program. I am a 5,000 people scholarship. Omu this year free. I ever boy a human resource. Omu train on a president software in your noble near Nanado. And me can't join with them for you. Omu no mutin biasiko school. Nkwala no mutin biasiko school. No mo mame no mo bre. No mo mame no mo bre. Eto honorable. Omo tonkunya any table e mo di cost. Say paint na di cost. Omo nya president of work. Omo nya o
paint. But remember from Gakani Kinkai 1760 Facebook or facebook.com. His Excellency President Mills is not running a campaign, he's running a country. He is doing what is right for the good people of Ghana. Mr. President, your mandate has already been renewed come 2013 by the good people of this country. Derek in Kenya, I say I have for Brong, I have for Nodiba. Kaba, NDC started the politics of insults. First, was the NDC people should give us a break. DJ Omale, go so. Kaba, good morning, please. Please, listen to Honorable Ken's full comment on the issue. Ras Tamale. You are Ghana must change for better from Alaji of a prime. Kabateo Tukuno, to shut up. Who do the politics of insult than himself, Kwashiga? Abajama, Yabuatinjan, say do what. Nketia should be ashamed of himself, smart in some Nketia Benawaha. NDC has failed Ghanaians, so we shall vote them out come 2012. Thank you from Augustine Seria Samin. So I asked Otukuno to repeat the exact words he used to describe Kennedy Japan during the NDC Congress in Sunyai. He was asked to apologize. Thompson Chanta in Accra. Go Machine Akwetia Kaba. Did you hear Kennedy say he has TV and radio station, so does that mean he should not go to the other TV and radio station? Kennedy must apologize to Ghanaians. If not, boom. Kaba, the NDC man is confused. Denial when she asked Peter, where does he work? He should tackle the issue and stop beating around the bush from Mutiru and Basharing. What goes so? Now, Kwan say, hey, NDC better Ghana pa na President Mills. Amanwa e better. Ewo NYP fuake tuyahui. Yo, nananye, bubanye. Kaba tell the NDC man to go and advise Alhaji Halidu, who said ex-President Kufuor look like 50 cents. Enough to be okay. Who is enough to be his father? NDC man should go and advise people like himself. Okay. Abdul Aziz in Dokokrom. Even as an NDC constituency youth organizer, I gave up my time for Honorable Ken for fighting corruption, NDC protecting Ghanaians, but we have to equally condemn him for rudeness. Please allow Tukuno to flow from Kojoba in Lower Manyakrobo. Kaba, if Tukuno says he's not arrogant as Ken, that's humble people talk and insult people, let him withdraw that statement at once, please. Japan in Takwa, Mr. Chumesi should be very careful because we are all people of Ghana and we know what is going on. Tell him eyes are watching from Alaji Wafa Prime. The receipt was for picking of nomination forms, not for the Sunyani Congress, Bobo in Bolga. Better Ghana agenda is moving on successfully. MPP party should keep quiet and NDC all the way. Salifu, Ahoya, Enye, Offensu Sakem. Oh, Tukuno is funny. Who insults more than him and his cohorts? From Wadu in Jasikan. I have not been paid for 2 years, but I have been teaching all this while. GES is the worst sector to work for in this country. Ama in Kumase. As a matter of fact, the utterances of Kennedy Japan means he, Kennedy, is also part of the John Amasaman. Tell the NDC man to take his time because the man he's insulting is a nice man. NDC man, you are rude. Ama in Takrade. I think not until we arrest all who are connected to the Woyomis money, we should not listen to the president again. Hey, can you say that? Kaba, the NDC man cannot change the topic. Woyome and his Gangantuangan must pay back the money to Ghana from Ike. Kaba, Peter must learn from Honorable Esiama how he should talk as a politician. He and Ken Value are the same. Gaskia and Agogo. Kaba, tell the NDC man that the man he's speaking with is old enough to be his father. He must be very careful. Eugene Adebayo. Ask the NDC man if someone as young as someone he can give birth to talk to him like that. He should be you. ask from law. Kaba, as a man that almost a teacher for Sikano, okay, I don't really get your point. But the also text messages about or say price of cement at Obuasi is 19 cedis. Mr. Kaba, cement is 18 cedis at Cape Coast. Price of cement is 20 cedis in Kumasi. Price is 18 cedis in Yendi. Cement is 18 cedis in Tamale.
You see now?
Kaba, come to Sehuyo, so cement is sold at 19 cedis, 50%. Kaba, Obuasi is 19 cedis. It is in the buy. The price of cement is 19 cedis at Bogoso. Or say 19. Well, said, or say, Kaba cement is 19.5 cedis in Navrongo. Barne. Yeji is 19 cedis. Kaba cement is 20 cedis as Obuasi Ibrahim. And when for Ebrason, yes, is here. Ebrason, Ebrason, yeah. This is
one of the real people for quickly. You must start sending this and
but how do you know? Say we
How do you know some
is
very clear.
Oh, Kaba,
one person can even send all these messages and give
no, but at least be fair to my viewers and people who text them.
No, but Kaba, what I'm saying is that
you cannot say some people.
If you look at the disparity in the figure,
from various
I am telling you,
parts of the country.
Go to
but for your brothers, unfortunately, TUC is your brasso, as your call.
But some that can
the director approached me several times. As your call, and I feel Peter Boama or Tukuno. Oh, Munya did not sign out. But mute your microphone. Yet I said him Peter Boama Tukuno and I and I said, come over and question. I'm sending a text message. Yet I'm watching for yet the billboard, Bebro, yet the official metal, so I at 10 o'clock. Yet the Juma Deni in our